Hello everyone and welcome back to the chassis variant series, myself, Critical Rocket, and here we are with the second of the Chariant series for the Adder. This is the Adder H. This is an interesting variant. It's one of the late models that were built using new Clan Heavy laser technology, and specifically this one carries two Clan Heavy large lasers. This is essentially a higher damage, higher heat, more brawling variant. Now, quick note, I did miss out the Flamer. I also realised that that was missed out on the Charlie variant, and the reason for that is because I stripped all the stuff and then added the Omnipods and forgot that PGI had removed the fixed Flamer in the sense that it was no longer a fixed hardpoint. It was a something that you could mess with, so yeah, I missed out the Flamer. It's supposed to have a Flamer and the two heavy large lasers, which accounts for if you do strip and add a prime to do this, for instance, you'll have half a ton left over. And yeah, that was the only thing I messed up on. So yeah, there's supposed to be a Flamer in the head, and it has the two heavy large lasers. But to be honest, the H version is, at least in MechWarrior Online, not really that efficient. It's a problem really. Heavy lasers have a bit of a mixed result in MWO. Currently, they are very, very high damage, which means firing two of them even can do a huge amount, especially to larger, slower moving targets where you don't have to worry so much about hit registration and paintbrushing targets. As a single weapon, it's not the best when fired 2 or 3 at a time, which is obviously very high heat, but the damage is pretty good. They can work. The big downside of them, especially when it's your main weapon system, is recharge time. It's so slow. The Adder really struggles to keep these weapons under control. Even compared to firing 2 PPCs on the default Prime version, it just doesn't stack up. The PPCs have a much better recharge time. Even skilled up, the recharge time is still painfully slow on the heavy large lasers, and it makes it at best a inefficient fire support platform in MWO. Now, tabletop is obviously a very different scenario because you can fire weapons every round, you just have to worry about the heat management, and as I said, the damage of heavy large lasers is quite respectable. In MWO, however, it makes the heavy larges a difficult weapons platform to use effectively. Heavy mediums and heavy smalls work pretty damn well, but heavy larges I think are still trapped in a sense that from a balance perspective, if you make them too quick to recharge, the potential for abuse is really high. So they have a long recharge time where you tweak their damage, and I think whatever you do is going to have a problem. The other way is tweaking their heat, but they already produce a huge amount of heat. Essentially, the Hotel variant is a gimmick. It's fun just to run around with two pretty powerful weapon systems like this, but ultimately it's not really that effective. By comparison, the Charlie version is much more impressive in its damage potential, as I think I demonstrated in the video. Its ability to continually harass a target at range. The rate of fire is much higher on the LRMs, and the two Hotel heavy lasers here, you have to be in a good position. You have to hope, like I had in this match, you have a team that are going to push, that are going to help, that are going to knock enemies back, and all the rest of it, you know, and allow you to just sit there and pick targets. Outside of that, you can see that the low slung arm syndrome and the wide base of the Adder means that you end up hitting the friggin' walls all the time, which also doesn't help. It makes it difficult. At least on this map it was difficult. It sounds like I'm making an excuse for my poor damage. It's just because it's not a great build. it's not great. If this version was ever to turn up in MWO, it would have to have some serious quirks to make it really work in any way, shape or form. It's just bad. I mean, you can't. It's really dangerous. Don't fire both heavy lasers at the same time. Good God! Even with all the heat skills, you're still going to hit about 60% heat in one salvo. And if you're under fire and you're panicking, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, people. It's not worth it. So really, out of the two that I could make, I would have loved to have made one of the other variants that comes with a 4 ER micro pulse and a couple of ATM launchers. But unfortunately there aren't enough energy hardpoints in the side torsos of any of the adders. All the energy hardpoints are 1, which sucks because it needs 2 in each side torso. So that was sad, because I was actually looking forward to a dual ATM-9 version combined with 4 micropulses. That would have been quite an interesting short-range missile pulse build. But yeah, come build it. BGI didn't give me enough hard points. Sorry, I would have loved that to have made that one. That sounded like it was. That was the one I was actually really looking forward to playing. And yeah, we were denied. Why did you do it, Russ? Why did you do it? So yeah, oh well. So in conclusion, out of the 2 that can be built, the C is pretty decent if you like fire support. The hotel is too damn hot. And yeah, apologies for missing out the head flamer there, because yeah, I was building it and forgot that the strip function removed what used to be a fixed weapon, because everyone complained about it being a fixed weapon. Oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.